So I just woke up from this really bizarre dream. I was walking around campus, and all of a sudden I got this phone call from someone called, it was Mitchell Davis from Livelavalive was the moral of the story. And I had him in my caller ID for some reason. And I answered my phone, and he's like, "Hi, hello, this is Mitchell Davis," like he does. And then we had this really awkward conversation where we only said like 2 sentences, and it was like 5 minutes of silence. It was really odd. And then he gave the phone to Kyle, and all the while I'm walking to the costume shop to finish up some costume stuff for But Not Buddy, which is the show I've been working on. So I get to the costume shop, and Mitchell and Kyle are there. I don't even think this is weird. I'm just like, hey. And I like go to doing my work for the shop, and like Kyle is like following me around and helping me like do my costume stuff. But then this one time we go back into like costume stock, which is where all the costumes are stored, and in the main costume part, like shop part with all like the sewing machines, I hear lots of voices and I hear music, and I'm like, what is going on? And Kyle looks at me with this really guilty expression. I charge into the costume shop, right? And there's nobody around except for Mitchell. But I know that I heard voices, and he's like in front of his computer, and all of a sudden I figure out that they had this like plan to break into a building and film like a video about it. So I start like yelling, and I'm like, everyone needs to get out of the costume shop right now. And like 3 people come out and are like watching while I'm like yelling at Mitchell Davis. What are you doing? I don't understand. Like, why would you have a party in the costume shop? You guys are messing everything up. There's stuff everywhere. I'm gonna get blamed for this by the person that's in charge of the costume shop. She's gonna blame me. It's gonna be my fault because she doesn't know you're in here. You guys broke in here. She's gonna think that I made this mess because I have keys and I'm supposed to have all the responsibility. I'm like threatening his life. I'm like, if I get my hands on you, I'm gonna punch your face in. I'm gonna break every bone in your body. Threatening him with lots of violence. I'm gonna break your face with my fist. Kyle is like holding me back because I am literally chasing Mitchell around the costume shop trying to kick his ass. I was really pissed, and I was like threatening his life. After I'm kind of done, I'm like, everyone needs to get out of the costume shop right now. And like all these people like crawl out of like cabinets and like behind doors and stuff, and like they all like leap through like the ceiling. Like that's how they got into the costume shop, is through the ceiling. It's pretty much the end. And I think Kyle and I made out at one point.